her G.I. Jane. She was wearing that tank top, army fatigue, some cute little tight shorts, a little buff. I said, G.I. Jane. Then after I got talking to her more and noticing she's much active as me, I said, G.I. Mary Jane. Shit.
Black Friday. A day where God bless, that's good stuff. A day where everybody's out spending their money in corporate America, spending their money on TVs and video game consoles. Hey, John Cohen. Me, I participate in the no spending on Black Friday. And I'm trying to be more conscious about doing that in my everyday life to begin with, because every time you pay money towards something that is taxed, you're literally paying for wars, the drug war, the war on homelessness, the war on poverty. You're paying the state to fund people with guns to go after so many other human beings for so many nonviolent crimes. And it hurts. I get a little weird over the holidays, I must admit. I used to think it was seasonal depression, but I don't believe it's that anymore. What I believe it is my dismay in seeing a lack of human kindness during a season where commercial America pushes human kindness so much. And I got the most incredible reminder of human kindness today. And, I wanted to share that with you. I'm not sure if you guys saw the last video I shared. Myself and Adam Kokesh were out passing out goodie bags to the homeless population in Flagstaff yesterday. These bags included a copy of Freedom, because everybody needs to remember you own yourself. A propaganda card for Homefront Battle Buddies, the nonprofit organization that helps to facilitate vets who are looking for things that the government just can't get them. Another propaganda card for those people who don't know their rights, because the homeless are harassed by police officers so often and so unnecessarily. In these goodie bags also we had some chips and some soda that we were regifting from a local food bank. But most importantly, things that homeless programs and government programs can't get to the homeless. A lighter, a chillum, and an eighth of dank. Just trying to pass the compassion, and it felt real good. I've got to admit, it emotionally drained me. While it feels good to be charitable, when you are doing something on a volunteer basis and you see others that are hurting more than you, it hurts. It drains you. There's not a whole lot you can do. Like, is this bag going to change the whole life of the homeless people that received them yesterday? No. And do I wish that I could change their entire life? Yes. But I can't, right? And neither can you, not as an individual. The only way we accomplish these things are as a collective. But I'm straying from the story that I wanted to move on to. I love all the hearts. Thank you guys. Spread that love and pass that compassion in your neighborhood too. And just saying, when you purchase from small business cannabis, I don't like to call it the black market. I like to call it the small business market. You save a lot of money and you're not contributing to the state that's locking up your friends over cannabis and mushrooms and literally fishing licenses and parking tickets and all sorts of things that human beings don't belong in cages for. That's what you're funding every time you pay taxes. Tim Peter says the green market. Absolutely right, Tim. But this morning I got a phone call from a 719 number, Colorado area code. And I suck at answering my phone, but I picked this one up and I said hello. And on the other end was a kid named Carlton. A kid who's got a birthday coming up. He's going to be 28 years old. A kid that I met 3 years ago taking a bus to, I don't even know where I was taking a bus to in Colorado Springs, but I was going from the apartment that I was staying in to whatever destination. And Carlton said hi. He passed his compassion on to me. And that day, I really, really needed that, right? And where I just said, like, this bag's not going to make the entire life of that homeless man better. You know, Carlton's hello on that bus that day didn't make my entire life better, but I will promise you this, it made my entire day better that day. This kid was, I don't know if he's homeless. I think autistic, maybe. I'm not a doctor, but slower than the average person, but with a much bigger heart than the average person. Carlton told me about how he'd been arrested for nonviolent crimes, and it broke my heart hearing this from this boy. So Carlton called this morning, and I got to talk to him, and he just said, Happy Thanksgiving, and he said he's glad that I have the same phone number, and boy, I was glad I picked up the phone. And then he told me that he just had to do another uncomfortable stay in jail and that he wanted to call me while he was in jail, but he couldn't remember my phone number. Then Carlton told me, I'm going to cry during this one, that he's got a birthday coming up and that the state is getting ready to release him from his probation. And that he's getting an apartment and that if I ever end up in Colorado, I have a place to stay. Wow. Just so many wows, right? Like that's human kindness, you guys. And those are the kind of people that the government goes after every single day. And it's terrible to me. Oh, okay. Like, so that was totally like a tear of happiness. My eyes are red from the weed too, I swear. But I guess I just wanted to come on and share that. Scott Morningstar is watching. He says kindness is contagious. Scott, yes, it totally is. And a lot of people aren't kind and they aren't compassionate because they know, like, oh, it's just me. This little bag of weed's not going to help that homeless person. But it's all those little things. It's all those little itty-bitty things compiled on top of each other that make huge, huge changes in the world. And while I sit here unexpectedly on the side of the road on Black Friday, just me and the pup, the universe, through Carlton, delivered to me that incredible act of human kindness of a happy Thanksgiving from a literal stranger I met on a bus that I haven't heard from in years. Years. James Ray down in Florida is watching. He says it adds up, the kindness. Yeah, absolutely. And if we all can get rid of that defeatist attitude that, you know, my act of kindness isn't going to make a big enough difference, so why waste the effort? If we get rid of that attitude and just be that kind person that we want others to be to us, we'll make a change. And it's not going to be instant. Nothing is. But we can do it. Ashley Lindhoff says, it's always the less slower that are so kind and have a heart of gold. You're an amazing person, girl, Ashley. You're an amazing person. And I would argue that we all have that heart of gold. Right? Even the most evil people in this world, they have it. And even those people, maybe if all those compiled acts of human kindness can inspire those evil people to work with that big heart of gold that we are all born with, we can change the world. That's how we do it. So, cheers to you guys. If you want to help out for the efforts, head on over to platoon420.com. Click that donate tab. Yesterday we passed out about an ounce of weed. Today, not driving around because the gas gauge said no. So there's more love to spread. Just no way to get there right now. If you guys want to throw down and help this charitable mission continue on, I promise you that as long as we can facilitate it through the holidays, I'll do what I can. I have to. I tell you guys all the time to pass joints, not judgment. And I promise you that I will remind myself every day to live by what I preach. So, you guys are beautiful. I love you. I do. And even to the haters that might be watching, I love you too. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, ha. Make sure you at least go out and pass a doobie with a stranger today. You know why? Because weed is so legal, you can do that now. It's not legal enough, but it's at least legal enough. Or in most states, you can go out, pass a doobie with a stranger, and the worst you're going to get is a $50 fine. And if that cop gives you a $50 fine, fuck him. He can go to sleep at night with that. You go to sleep at night knowing you passed a doobie with a stranger. We'll see you kids next time.
I'm the Commander-in-Chief, and I approve this message. Visit platoon420.com today and take the pledge. I will stand tall in the face of tyranny for the best interest of myself and my community. I denounce the archaic drug laws that have made victims of people they were written to protect, and I will not support any legislation that regulates what a person puts in their body.